to this idea of narrative implication. What exactly are we talking about there in this context?
Good question. So narrative implication is basically how a story, or even just one tiny part of it, hints at bigger ideas, like themes or plot developments or character arcs, without spelling them out. It kind of invites us, the audience, you, the listener, to connect the dots, to actively participate in building the meaning. Here, monkey is that powerful signpost. It implies potential characters. Is the monkey brave, foolish, wise? It hints at settings, jungles, maybe ancient ruins, maybe even a city park or a lab. It suggests conflict, maybe survival, maybe outsmarting humans, maybe even an internal struggle within the monkey character. All of that potential is embedded in just that single word. And this raises a really important question, I think. What does the absence of all the other words tell us? How does this lack of information actually force us into a deeper, more imaginative relationship with the word monkey itself? It sort of makes us become active co-creators of whatever the monkey's tale might be. We fill in those gaps using our own background, our own cultural library.
You know, that idea about scarcity forcing engagement and us becoming co-creators, it reminds me a bit of how paleontologists work. Like, imagine they find just one single fossil, maybe a really unique tooth. Not the whole skeleton, just the tooth. But from that single tooth, its shape, its wear, tiny details, they can start to reconstruct a whole ancient animal, figure out its diet, its lifestyle, maybe even guess at its behavior within its ecosystem.
That's a great analogy.
The word monkey here feels like that fossil. It's small, it's singular, but it's packed with enough clues to point towards a much bigger story, a whole imagined world. And that's where the real kind of aha moment clicks in for me, just realizing how much thinking, how much interpretation, how many different story paths can be set off by such a tiny piece of information. It really shows the power of suggestion, doesn't it?
It really does.
And it also makes you think about our own individual viewpoints, like what's your personal connection to the word monkey? Because that's going to color the tale you instinctively start creating in your head. Is it Curious George? Is it a symbol from mythology? Is it something you saw in a documentary? Our own lenses make this one word bloom into countless different stories.
That fossil analogy is spot on.
Yeah.
It really highlights the value of critical thinking, even when especially when the data is sparse. It actually demands more from us in a way. It becomes this exercise in, as you said earlier, intellectual agility. It's like connecting conceptual branches, almost like a monkey swinging through trees. And that's where exploring multiple perspectives becomes so fruitful. You can look at monkey within a potential tale from so many angles, and each angle gives you a completely different narrative possibility. For example, the monkey could be the main character, the protagonist. You can imagine a story of a brave little monkey on a quest, maybe mirroring human journeys of finding yourself or striving for something important. Its challenges reflect universal struggles.
Okay.
Or the monkey could be mainly a symbol. In some stories, it might stand for our primal side or untamed freedom, maybe even human foolishness because of how they imitate. Think of a cautionary tale where the monkey represents, I don't know, unchecked greed or something.
Right, like a lesson embodied.
Exactly. Or it could be a catalyst, just an agent that kicks things off. Maybe it accidentally triggers some chaos that forces other characters into action. Or maybe it intentionally starts a conflict that drives the whole plot. Like a curious monkey pulls a lever and unleashes something ancient.
I could see that.
And then finally, the monkey could just be a reflection of human nature, holding up a mirror to our own curiosity, our own capacity for both trouble and brilliance. It lets the storyteller explore human traits using an animal figure, maybe avoiding direct social critique. Each of these roles shapes a totally different story, a unique tale, all sprouting from that one evocative word. So the deep insight here, the real nugget we're getting from these excerpts, isn't about finding a specific plot. It's about recognizing the immense capacity for creating meaning that exists in simple, powerful language. It's realizing that even one word can contain a universe of narrative potential.
Wow. What an incredible journey just from that single word. We've really